Hello, my name is Paul Browning and I'd like to welcome you to St Paul's School. We are a team of dedicated professionals who've been reviewing, building and adapting our practice to meet the needs of modern learners. We recognise the challenges young people face as they enter a dynamic, changing and interconnected world. We acknowledge the crucial role education plays in helping each child realise their potential, both in and beyond the classroom. We invite you to follow us as we journey through our learning landscape.
Through globalisation, the world has undergone rapid change. This has resulted in a range of challenges. Challenges to individuals who run the risk of being left behind. Challenges to our perceptions of what typifies and defines our sense of community and how we connect with each other. Changes to the global economic market continually challenge us to be adaptable, flexible and future-orientated thinkers in a quest to stay abreast with current developments. In line with this are huge technological changes that have seen the economic value of knowledge plummet while its social value skyrockets. Not least of which are the challenges confronted by parents who have come through a different school system relevant to a different time. Our opinion of education largely stems from personal experience, regardless of when, where or how our learning took place. Determining what is relevant to our current time means we have to firstly address myths about education. Myth 1. We need to get back to basics. Basics have not disappeared. There is no argument that literacy, numeracy, science and technology are a central part of education. As knowledge has become increasingly democratised and its economic value eroded, the question has become, what do we do with the basics? Myth 2. The quality of an education system can be measured by a single test. Within a globalised world, there are an infinite number of ways to reach a goal. A single test serves a single purpose and is not a valid indicator of the ability to be successful in life. Myth 3. Education can and should be standardised. However, one size does not, has not, and will never fit all learners. Emerging from the influences of globalisation, economic and commercial drive is myth number 4. The race to the top will take you there. Education is not a race. Education systems cannot be measured and compared in a meaningful sense. League tables are a convenient measure for politicians to talk education, but forget about the well-being of the learners. This elitist concept implies that only a select few can be at the top and that only some students can have a first-rate education. Myth 5. The quality of an education system cannot exceed the quality of teachers. The school environment is an ecosystem where students, teachers and the wider community have a symbiotic relationship. As such, we are greater than the sum of our parts. Internationally, there is active debate about education. Some of the big issues being questioned and debated include the use of league tables as a means to compare schools. What value do they serve? In addition is the question, how can education best meet the needs of a globalised, technologically driven world? The industrialised model of school systems was designed to sort people. What are the contributing factors no longer making this adequate for today's student? And why have school systems traditionally been followers rather than leaders? Who determines what the child needs? Government, policy, post-school requirements, business? How can schools better equip young people to enter a globalised world? What is an education worth having? We believe an education worth having is one that grows adaptable, confident and social learners with a heart for service leadership. What does this look like? It is a learning environment where students are challenged to explore and then apply their learning within real-world contexts. It is where these personalised pathways open up opportunities for students to explore passions and interests. It is a learning environment where knowledge is not anchored in or bound by discrete subjects. Learners build competencies and develop habits of thinking and learning that are relevant in and beyond school and across all subjects. There is a shift from simply acquiring knowledge to also producing it. The relevance of data and information is questioned. It is an environment where learning is connected through a variety of contexts, local, community and global. It is an environment where learning is empowering, memorable, fun, open, deep, experiential and collaborative. Most prized of all, an education worth having is holistic.
Our learning landscape is a place where
young people are experiencing learning that is student-centred, self-directed and negotiated. There is a shift from teachers as curriculum makers and deliverers to students as curriculum makers. This is an environment where teachers work in partnership with students to facilitate and maximise opportunities that considers the perspectives of today's learners.
our learning landscape is a place where
Students are challenged to align aspiration with rigour. Through a culture of goal orientation, learners are encouraged to hone their knowledge and skills to become craftsmanlike. This requires emotional and academic resilience that has been nurtured through attention to detail, persistence and tenacity.
Our learning landscape is a place where
Learning is made evident through visible engagement, where students move beyond compliance and conformity to present their understandings in a public arena. In this landscape, feedback is a catalyst for progress. Students are no longer assessed on duplicated knowledge, but rather presented with authentic provocations which require them to locate, process and apply understandings and skills in real-world scenarios. Learners develop metacognition through embedded reflective practices.
our learning landscape is a place where
There is recognition of the power of learning spaces. Students are provided opportunities and challenges to co-construct dynamic and flexible physical and virtual learning spaces. By co-constructing spaces that stimulate the senses, encourage collaboration and offer opportunities for rehearsal, feedback and application, their learning is enriched.
Our learning landscape is a place where
Technology is used to enhance and support rather than drive learning. Students are able to select the mobile learning device that best complements specific contexts.
Our learning landscape is a place where
There are opportunities for project learning, where students are given authentic and rigorous real-life problems to solve and to present their solution to the wider community. Global challenges stemming from economic competitiveness, technological progress, population growth, and concerns for our environment has resulted in a gulf between the current industrialised model of education and the interconnected and socially dynamic reality young people inhabit. This new connected and networked world needs students who are resourceful and collaborative, resilient and relational. They also need to be communicative in many ways and able to find solutions to new problems. Mindful of this, St Paul's School has developed and implemented a unique and innovative learning management structure and a way of working and thinking. This strongly reflects our underlying curriculum philosophy and places a central focus on developing the whole child and the skills they require to be successful in today and tomorrow's world. Underpinning our curriculum philosophy and structure are 5 school-wide cross-curricular pedagogies cultivated by a head of learning. Each framework encompasses essential approaches to thinking and learning which are lifelong and multidisciplinary in their application. Primarily, heads of learning support planning and provisioning for enhanced and deeper learning autonomy and engagement. They also support innovation, coach colleagues, and develop professional learning networks.